the given problem is x square y double dash minus xy dash plus 4y is equal to x square into sine of log x. Here you observe this is the first order derivative and it is the second order derivative. So we can say this problem is belongs to higher order differential equation. And you observe this is y and this is y dash. Y dash is nothing but first derivative. So order of the derivative is 1 and x is there. Index of x is 1. Next here order of the derivative is 2 and the index of x is equal to 2. So what you can say, whenever the order of derivative and index of x both are same, then you can say that is called homogeneous differential equation or else Cauchy-Euler homogeneous linear differential equations. Okay. Now how to solve this one? By the observation we can say it is containing the derivatives are the differential equation is with the variable quotient. So from the variable quotients, if the problems they are given variable quotient, we cannot do directly. In this case what we have to do means the variable quotients we have to convert into constant quotients. How we can convert means we have to consider x is equal to e to the power of z. Next where z is equal to log x. And moreover you observe this, if you are written this is in the operator form, then we will have x square d square minus xd plus 4 times of y is equal to x square into sine of log x. We have log x is here base friends, you remember. Okay, next here you have xd. So this xd also we have to change xd, where d is nothing but differential operator with respect to x. So this is xd is nothing but theta, where in this case theta is a differential operator with respect to z. Now so x square d square also you can write as x square d square theta into theta minus 1. Suppose x cube d cube is there, then we need to write theta into theta minus 1 into theta minus 2. Now you substitute these all values in the above equation in the given problem. Then what will happen, you see, you will get from the variable quotient to the constant quotient. That is in the form of f of theta into y is equal to q of z form. So this is in the form of f of d into y is equal to q of x form or not? Yes. So in this case you will have the complementary function and particular integral. So y of z is equal to, we have complementary function plus particular integral. Now we have to find complementary function and particular integral. So after finding this complementary function and particular integral, that is the function of z. Now we have to replace z by log x. Then you will get the final solution, that is in terms of x. So this is the procedure to solve the homogeneous linear differential equation. Once again I am repeating, the homogeneous linear differential equation or Cauchy-Euler equations are in the form of variable quotients. So from the variable quotient we have to convert into constant quotients by substituting x is equal to e power z, z is equal to log x, and xd as a theta, x square d square is theta into theta minus 1, x cube d cube is theta into theta minus 1 into theta minus 2, where theta is a differentiation with respect to z. We have changed x from x to z variable. That is the reason we have to change the derivatives also from x to z. Next it will be converted as f of theta into y is equal to q of z. The general solution is what you have, y of z, because it is in terms of z. Y of z is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. So we need to find out the complementary function and particular integral, and finally you will get the solution in terms of z. We are replacing z by log x, then you will get y of x form. This is the final solution. Now I am solving the given differential equation. You see, in place of x square d square, what I have to substitute? Theta into theta minus 1 minus xd is nothing but theta plus 4 into y is equal to x square. What is x? You have e to the power of z. So e power z whole square is nothing but e to the power of 2z. Next, sine of log x. What you consider as a log x? Log x is equal to z. So now you have to simplify this. Then you have theta square minus theta is nothing but minus 2 theta plus 4 into y is equal to e to the power of 2z into sin z. Now you observe, is there any variables here for the theta square? No. So it is converted into constant quotient from the variable quotient. So to solve this one, verify this is in the form of f of theta into y is equal to q of z or not? Yes. So in this case, what is the y of z you have? So the general solution is y of z is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. Now we are finding the complementary function. Friends, you remember, to find the complementary function, we have to consider y is equal to e to the power of mz be a solution of f of theta into y is equal to 0. Friends, you remember, always to find the complementary function we have to consider the right side part q of x or q of z is equal to 0 and y is equal to e power mz be the solution. Then you will have the auxiliary equation is m square minus 2m plus 4 into e power mz is 0. So e power mz into this bracket is equal to 0 means e power mz never 0. So this bracket is equal to 0. Now we have to find out the roots for m. Then we need to write the complementary function. Here you have 4 but it is a minus 2. So go for the minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So in this case m is equal to, you will have m is equal to minus of minus 2 means 2 plus or minus under root of b square means 4 minus b square minus 4ac. 4 4s are 16 by 2a. 2 means this one, b square minus 4ac by 2a. So if you are simplified, 2 plus or minus, this is minus 12. Root of minus 12 you can write as 3 times of 4. So 4 will come outside. Then square root of 4 is 2. So 2 plus or minus 2 minus 3 minus root 3 by 2 is nothing but you will have 1 plus or minus root 3 into root of minus 1 I can write as I. So you have a 2 roots. These roots are real complex roots. Whenever we have the complex roots like a plus or minus b, then the complementary function we will write as e power ax into c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. Like this we need to write. Okay. Now, but here you have a function in terms of z. So what you have to write, and moreover compare this one with a is what, 1 plus or minus root 3. Compare with a, then a is equal to 1 comma b is equal to root 3. Substitute here, and in place of x we have to substitute z because it is a function of z, q of z only. You see y of z, this is called q of z. Okay, see q of z. Now then complementary function you have, complementary function is equal to e power a z. E power a z means e power 1 into z into c1 cos root 3 into, here you have z plus c2 sin root 3 into z. Friends, you see complementary function or particular integral both should be in terms of x only. So you have a complementary function in terms of z. So replace z by log x. Then you will have complementary function is equal to, if you replace z by log x, then you will have e power z is equal to x into c1 cos root 3 into log x plus c2 sin root 3 into log x. That's it. So once again you see x, e power z I can write as x and c1 cos root 3 into log x plus c2 sin root 3 into log x. That's it. This is the complementary function. Now we have to find out the particular integral. The particular integral we are denoting with pi, that is 1 by f of theta into q of z. So 1 by, what is f of theta I have? F of theta I have, that is theta square minus 2 theta plus 4. Theta square minus 2 theta plus 4, and q of z is e power 2z into sin z. Okay, this is theta square minus 2 theta plus 4 into e to the power of 2z into sin z. Now we have to simplify this particular integral. Now the given equation, this particular integral is in the form of 1 by f of theta into e power ax into 1 by f of d into e power ax into v of x form. Whenever you have 1 by f of d into e power ax into v of x form, then we have to do this product of two functions you have. So first you have to apply the operator e power ax, operator on e power ax, then e power ax will come left side, and in place of d we will write d plus a into v of x. This is the shortcut formula to solve this type of e power ax into v of x whenever q of x is there. Okay, now in place of x we have a z, and in place of v of x we have a sin z, in place of d we have a theta. Respect to everything, the remaining everything is same. So in this case 1 by, in place of theta what I have to replace, this is e power az form. Az form is nothing but a is equal to 2. So in place of theta we are, in place of theta we have to replace theta plus a, that is equal to theta plus 2. Okay, now 1 by theta plus 2 whole square minus 2 times of theta plus 2 plus 4 into e to the power of 2z into sin z. Now if you split this one, then we will have 1 by theta square plus 4 theta plus 4 minus 2 theta minus 4 plus 4 into e power, sorry, actually e power 2z we have to write left side because we already done the operation. Now into we have a sin z. Now this is e to the power of 2z by, first we are writing the highest degree terms, that is theta square, and this is 4 theta minus 2 theta is nothing but plus 2 theta, and here minus 4 plus 4 getting cancelled, then you will have plus 4 into sin z. Now you observe this is in the form of 1 by f of d into q, sin z is there. You remember friends, whenever you have 1 by f of d square into sin ax form, we are writing in the shortcut method, in place of d square we are writing minus a square into sin ax, where f of minus a square is not is equal to 0. Okay, but here in place of d we have a theta, and in place of x we have a z, in place of sin ax we have a sin z. That's it. So in place of theta square you have to write minus a square, nothing but minus 1. So this is equal to, this particular integral is equal to e to the power of 2z divided by theta square is nothing but minus 1, because sin az, a is equal to 1, so minus a square is nothing but minus 1. So minus 1 plus 2 theta plus 4 into sin z. So you will have e to the power of 2z by 2 theta plus 3 into sin z. Now you observe whenever sine function is there, that f of theta or f of z, f of d should be containing d square term. But if d square term is not there, then we have to go for the rationalization. Friends, you see, if suppose 1 by theta is there, then you can do integration directly. But 1 by theta plus 3 is there, and 1 by theta square is there. Whenever theta square is there, then we can replace theta square by minus a square. Whenever 1 by theta plus 3 if it is there, because it does not contain theta square, then you have to rationalize with theta minus 3. Then the denominator is containing theta square term. In the numerator may contain theta. If numerator is containing, then directly we will do the differentiation. It is not an issue. Okay, so now what we have to do means e power 2z I am writing left side, I am rationalizing with 2 theta minus 3. So if I rationalize it with 2 theta minus 3, then you will have 2 theta minus 3 into 2 theta divided by 2 theta minus 3 sin z. Then you will have e to the power of 2z into 2 theta minus 3 divided by a minus b into a plus b is nothing but a square minus b square, that is 4 theta square minus 9 into sin z. Here you observe denominator is containing theta square, so in place of theta square I am replacing minus a square. So what is a here? You have 1, so you have to write minus 1. So in place of theta square we have to write minus 1. Is it clear? Now if I replace it with minus 1, then I will have e to the power of 2z into 2 theta minus 3 divided by minus 4 minus 9 into sin z. So what is minus 4 minus 9? Minus 13. Okay, now you observe this is containing numerator is containing theta. So whenever numerator is containing theta, just we are differentiating. That's it. So you will have e power 2z by minus 13 times of 2 into derivative. Theta is nothing but differentiation with respect to z. So the derivative of sin z is here cos z minus 3 into sin z. You see, if the numerator is containing theta, there is no issue. But if the denominator is containing theta, then we have to go for rationalization. Why we are doing rationalization is nothing but to get the theta square term. That's it. Sir, if it is theta cube term, if it is there, then what we have to do means theta cube term, if it is there, you write down theta square into theta. So in place of theta square, you have to write minus a square into theta. So if the numerator is containing theta cube, not an issue. But if the denominator is containing, again you have to do the rationalization after simplifying up to this. Clear? Now, is it in terms of x? No. So we have to change in terms of x. For that we have to substitute e power z is equal to x comma z is equal to log x. So e power 2z is there. So you can write x square. This is minus 1 by 13 into 2 into cos z. Z is equal to what I have? Log x. Minus 3 into sine of z. Z means here log x. This is the particular integral. This is the particular integral. Next, what you have to require? You require complementary function. So actually we have a complementary function is e to the power of, we have a complementary function. One moment please. I'll write e power z. E power z means already I have written in terms of x. So that is x into c1 cos root 3 log x plus c2 sin root 3 log x we have. Now the general solution of the given equation is y of x is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. This is the solution. Is it clear for everyone? Friends, you see here we used some formulas. Those formulas if you are remember, then you can do this problem very easily. Thank you for watching this video.